Have you noticed something about sleep? The harder you try to fall asleep, the more awake you become. Life plays by the same rule. The more you force yourself to be happy, the more you remind yourself that something feels wrong. But when you look at nature, you see a different wisdom. The grass isn't trying to grow. The birds aren't trying to fly. They simply allow the moment to carry them. That gentle allowing is not weakness. It is trust. And trust is what most of us have forgotten. Hello, my friend. I'm glad you're here. There's a kind of tiredness that sleep can't fix. A deep weariness that grows from years of pushing and striving and proving. If you feel that in your bones, then this message is meant for you. In this talk from Life Talks with Experience, we're going to explore why stopping may be the most powerful way to move forward. From the time we were little, we were taught to try. Try to be good. Try to do better. Try to succeed. That word became a drumbeat in our lives. Try harder. Try again. But no one ever asked us the real question. What are we trying for? And what is all this effort actually giving us? If you pay close attention, you'll see the truth. Most of our trying has nothing to do with real living. It's about becoming something we believe we are not. When you try to be peaceful, you prove you don't feel peaceful. When you try to be spiritual, you confirm you don't feel connected. Trying becomes a quiet way of telling yourself that you are not enough. And here's the beautiful trick, hidden inside life. When you stop pushing, things begin to move on their own. When you stop trying to be happy, you notice little moments of happiness already waiting. When you stop trying to force connection, love walks in naturally. When you stop trying to be someone, life flows through you as you are. It's effortless. And that effortlessness feels strange only because we were trained to distrust it. We've been taught that ease is laziness, that rest is wasted time. So even when we attempt to relax, we attack it like a task on a to-do list. We clench our teeth and declare, I am going to relax now. But the harder you try to let go, the tighter everything becomes. And that is why so many of us feel spiritually and emotionally drained. We are fighting battles that don't need to be fought. There's an old saying, you can't step into the same river twice. That's true for you as well. You are not a fixed object. You are a moving, breathing current of life. But we fear that if we stop trying, we will fall apart. We fear that if we let go, everything will collapse. Yet nature shows us the opposite. The birds don't try to sing. The flowers don't try to bloom. The stars don't try to shine. And somehow, everything unfolds perfectly. Trying is something the human mind invented to protect itself from uncertainty. We build a fortress out of effort and control. We grip our lives tightly because we are afraid of what might happen if we loosen our hands. But eventually, the exhaustion becomes undeniable. Tired of improving, tired of fixing, tired of climbing a ladder that has no top. And in that moment, a quiet question arrives. What if I didn't have to try anymore? This isn't about doing nothing. Life still calls you to act, but action does not have to be a strain. A tree grows by responding to sunlight and soil. Your heart beats without a single instruction from you. Your lungs breathe without permission. When you are tired of trying, you are really tired of resisting your own nature. We humans turn struggle into a badge of honor. We call it ambition, progress, responsibility. But ambition can become a cage. What if life is not a climb? What if life is a dance? You can't dance well by stiffening your body and planning each step. You dance by listening to the rhythm, by letting the music move you. The music of life is already playing. But most of us are too busy trying to reach the end of the song to enjoy a single note. The most alive moments come when you stop trying to be interesting and allow yourself to be interested. When you stop trying to be spiritual and simply allow yourself to be present, the effort itself becomes the very wall blocking what you seek. You cannot reach your true self by straining, because straining is built on the belief that you are not already whole. We live in a world that rewards production and punishes rest. We measure worth by output, not by well-being. Then we wonder why so many of us feel empty. But that emptiness is not failure. It is an awakening. It is life whispering, "Come home." Is Ray. Think of a piece of fruit ripening on a tree. It doesn't rush. It doesn't declare a deadline. It ripens because ripening is its nature. And when the moment arrives, it falls not out of effort, but readiness. Life has been ripening you too. Every frustration, every disappointment, every moment of fatigue has been part of that quiet ripening. There's a difference between effort and energy. Effort is what fear creates. Energy is what trust creates. When you are truly in love, you don't try to love. You just love. When you are inspired, you don't try to create. You simply create. So when you say, "I'm tired of trying," maybe you're really saying maybe. I'm ready to trust it. Ready to trust that life knows what it is doing through you. Ready to stop gripping the wheel of a universe that never asked you to steer. You are not separate from the stars or the ocean. You are made of the same ancient energy, shaped into human form. The one who has been trying so hard to live was life itself, pretending it needed permission. The joke is that you were never behind. You were never failing. You were simply remembering who you already are. And when you recognize this, something quiet unfolds. Not a decision. More like dusk settling over a noisy city. The mind slows. The noise softens. A gentle stillness fills the space where effort used to live. In that stillness, life becomes clear again. Silence isn't the absence of sound. It's the absence of resistance. It's the moment you stop holding yourself together with sheer will. In that silence, you feel life move through you effortlessly. Call it nature, God. The Tao names don't matter. What matters is the deep rest it brings. Sleep rests the body, but surrender rests the soul. We fear that if we stop trying, life will fall apart. But the truth is simple. When you stop trying, life starts holding you. You realize the river has been carrying you the whole time. This isn't laziness. This is allowing. This is grace. Like a musician disappearing into the music, becoming the melody instead of controlling it. When your mind settles, your heart knows the way. Kindness arises without effort. Purpose reveals itself without pressure. You don't need to force clarity. When you stop stirring muddy water, it clears on its own. So be still, not as a demand, but as an invitation. Fear warns. If I don't act, something bad will happen. Trust answers. Whatever happens, I'll meet it. When you stop resisting life, the wind shifts behind you. Doors open. People appear. It isn't magic. It's alignment. So if you feel tired of trying, pause. Sit quietly. Listen to that soft pulse of life inside you. It has never left. It never required perfection. It only asked you to let it flow. Thank you for spending this time with Life Talks with Experience. If this message gave you even a moment of peace, tap the like button, share this with someone who needs a breath of rest, and subscribe to our channel for more gentle reminders of calm. You are enough, exactly as you are. Take good care, my friend.